we've got some of the best music by some of the most influential musicians in rock history on parade as we present our very special radio event, The Royalty of Rock. I'm Billy Jugs, and we turn the spotlight now on the five-man band Journey. Co-host Mike Harrison.
Just like Foreigner, Journey is extremely popular with the fans and unpopular with the critics. Listen to Robert Hilburn's assessment of their sound.
Basically kind of hollow, kind of I can see a lot of these guys are all accomplished in a way because they're making records. It's not released to make hit records and so forth, and they're a lot better than the bands that are underneath them trying to make hit records, but there's just nothing about them that's distinctive or important or irreplaceable.
Journey members Jonathan Cain, Neil Schon, and Steve Perry do most of the songwriting for the group. According to Schon, it's a collaborative effort.
Sometimes, a person has a preconceived idea of the whole arrangement and the whole song by themselves, and they'll bring in the whole thing finished and say, this is the way it goes. And then sometimes, like a lot of my songs, the ones that I write the music. I write all the music, and I have like a preconceived idea about what the music should be. And I don't have any idea about lyrics. I have some ideas about melody, and I'll just hum them to like Steven, and then he'll finish writing the melody and finish writing the lyrics. And then other ones will sit in the room, all of us together, and write a tune, all of us together. But like there's like about three different, those three different ways right there. And that's about the way Journey works anyway.
In addition to their songwriting, their melodies, and their instrumentation, the group Journey is known for a distinctive sound, a sound that is recognizable unto itself. According to Neil Schon, that's a very, very important part of what they're all about.
It's got a lot to do with sound production and knowing your sounds. Sounds have so much to do with it. It's not so much what you know or what you can play, but to get the right sound means more than even knowing how to play sometimes.
Just a small town girl.
More in our salute to Journey in a moment when the Royalty of Rock continues. You're listening to the Royalty of Rock, a celebration of the rock empire. I'm your host, Billy Jugs, along with co-host Mike Harrison, putting the finishing touches on our profile of Journey. One of the group's popular tracks is Walks Like a Lady. Neil Schon recalls the writing of that song.
Steven, I remember I was walking in rehearsal one day, and he had on a bass. He plays bass, he writes with bass, Perry does. And he was sitting there by himself just playing the bass line and singing the tune. He wrote like the song, right? I just, added the guitar riffs that are in between it. But he wrote the song, and I just walked in and I heard him playing that, and I said, hey, that sounds pretty cool. I picked up the guitar and started filling in little fills in between his vocals and stuff, and that was all there was to that song. It was really easy.
Walks like a lady.
Journey sells both a lot of records and a lot of concert tickets. Naturally, at their concerts, there is a certain amount of pressure for them to sound like they do on record. Neil Schon.
We try to keep it somewhat similar, because there's an awful lot of people out there that want to hear it like that, and they don't understand it any other way. They want to hear it just like what's on the radio. Unless you want to change just a couple little things, and they can handle that. But if you try and do a about face on them, or a U-turn, no way. It just goes over their heads. So some of the songs, though, we do change a lot, or we'll write segues that go in between different songs that are not on the records, just so that we can stay interested with it. Because there's only so many times you can duplicate something exactly the same and survive.
The words and music of Journey, one of the major forces among the Royalty of Rock.